Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. Today I'm going to be doing a review of one of my most favorite handbags ever, and it is the Lady Dior. So this is the Lady Dior bag, and it is created by Christian Dior, and it is in the medium size, and it has the lambskin leather with the yellow gold hardware. So this bag was created in 1994, and it features the canage print, which Dior is very famous for, and it's just so beautiful across the whole bag. You can see how nice the canage print looks. So in 1995, this handbag was gifted to Lady Diana, and apparently she loved it, that she got it in every style and color that was available. In 1996, the year later, they renamed this bag Lady Dior after Lady Diana, which is really special, and it really has that classic, distinct style, which I love about it. Apparently, it also takes 140 distinct pieces to create one of these Lady Dior bags, and every single handbag is handcrafted. There are multiple YouTube videos on the creation of the Lady Dior, which you should totally check out. So let's talk about the dimensions of this bag. So this is the medium size. So in terms of sizing, it is 24 centimeters in width, 20 centimeters in height, and 11 centimeters in depth. So that's quite a big bag. It is the medium size as well. So this is in lambskin again. I do believe it comes in calfskin, but lambskin is the more classic style. So mine has the yellow gold hardware, and this is just a Dior charm that again is very famous at Dior, and it is in yellow gold with the leather backing that is the size of the big O. So we've got these two little studs that hold the handles, and this is a top handle bag with two straps, and then there is a zipper pull. So the zipper pull has a beautiful Dior charm on it too, and it just slides open like that. So the interior of the Dior bag is a beautiful red color, as you can see. And inside I have my dust bag. So the Lady Dior comes with a special dust bag as well, which is this dust bag here, which is really pretty. And the bag also comes with a shoulder strap. Now this strap is quite short and it cannot be worn crossbody comfortably. So the strap just attaches at the front and one at the back. And if you put them on the outside of the top handles, when you have it across, the top handles stay up so they don't get in the way. I actually really love the length of this bag because I do believe it's a bag that doesn't sit nicely crossbody, and it's definitely a bag that's really meant to be worn top handle or on the shoulder. So the long strap just makes it a little bit more convenient. So the inside is a fabric, and it's red, and I don't know if you'll be able to see, but it's also got the canage print on the inside there. So it's just one big pocket, and then it just has a zipper on the side. And it says Christian Dior Paris, made in Italy. So I don't have the current retail price of this handbag, but when I purchased it, it was 6,100 Australian dollars. So it is quite a pricey handbag, but it is the most famous and most classic Dior handbag, so that's why it's got the higher price tag. But isn't it just beautiful? So in terms of functionality and usability, it's great because of the size. It fits a lot of stuff, which is great. It's a really good size, I think. In terms of the weight, it's also not very heavy to carry around, I personally believe. It is a little bit heavier because of the structure, but I don't think it's too heavy. I have taken this traveling and find it quite easy to carry around with my stuff in it. And it's great that even though it's a top handle bag, it does come with the shoulder strap, so that also makes it easy to use when you're out with it. A negative thing though for this is the design of the zipper pull. So it's actually pretty hard sometimes to get in and out of the bag because the zipper doesn't open that much. So you've really got to maneuver around there to get things in. But once you maneuver, you can fit a lot of stuff. So that is probably the biggest negative about this bag, is the mechanism of getting into the bag. It just doesn't stretch enough for you to easily get in and out and look for your things. It's more like you have to take one thing out, find the next thing to make it easier for you. They do have a supple range, which has a better closure, which is just a flap that sits over, which makes it so much easier to get in. But this one, unfortunately, and all the classic ones, I believe, have this zipper pull, which is the biggest negative. But for me personally, it's never been that big of a problem, but I can understand why it could be. I've taken this traveling. I took it to Dubai and Abu Dhabi and used this and fit a lot of stuff in there and never really had that big of an issue with it. So I love it. So for me, it was not that big of a deal, but it could be if you've got probably a chunkier item that you're trying to put in, or if you've got lots of little bits to try and find inside your bag, that will make it quite hard. In terms of quality and construction, I think this is beautifully crafted. You can just see all the stitching has been done impeccably. The hardware has not tarnished at all. And I forgot to mention, it also has 4 gold feet so that the bottom of your bag doesn't get damaged, which is great. And even the gold studs don't have any tarnishing on it. So in terms of construction, it is beautifully done. You can just feel the quality when you're like touching the leather, and I just think it's beautifully made. It's one of the most beautifully made handbags that I have seen or own, I would say. Another thing that I like is the structure of the bag. It is very structured, and I think it will be really, really hard for it to lose its shape because you can just feel how sturdy the bag actually is. Some bags do soften over time. I feel like this one will take a lot longer. It would have to be really vintage for it to soften out. I think just by how it feels, I feel like the shape won't. I just feel like it won't lose its shape for a very long time, which I like. Again, that does affect the weight of the bag though, but for me, I'd rather it keep it stretchy and be slightly heavier than be really soft and not keep its structure to be a little bit lighter. Now again, they do have the supple range, which is lighter, but that is meant to be a bag that doesn't keep its shape like this structured Lady Dior. And I also love the interior of the bag. I love that it's red and such a pop of color against the black. So that was it was a really great idea. And also because it's red, it's easy to see your things inside you. Sometimes when you have a black bag, a black interior, everything can get lost in there. But with the red, everything pops so I can see exactly what I have in there. And I love the detailing with the fact that they've also gone for the canage print on the interior as well. So I love all the little details on this bag. And every little piece has a CD engraved in it, even on the inside. So there's a lot of detailing that has gone into this bag, which I love. Now, my only negative thing probably in terms of quality for this bag is that the top handles has a very thin leather lining. I have seen some videos on YouTube of people's handbags where the leather has actually come off because it's so thin, and I can actually feel that the leather on the top handles are quite thin. How I combat that is just by using a twilly. I just put it on one because this is usually the handle that I hold when I'm going in and out. So I put a twilly on one to kind of minimize that from happening for as long as possible. Now I'm sure you could get that repaired at Dior, but obviously it's something that you kind of don't want to happen in the first place. So again, because it's lambskin, it is a delicate bag. I can't actually see, I can see a few scratches, but considering how I've used this on vacation where I haven't totally babied it, there's not a lot of scratches for lambskin. So I'm pretty happy with that. I do have a couple of scratches at the bottom here. That's probably from when I was traveling. But besides that, there's not really much scratching. Even with this charm, you would think that there would be a lot of indentation and scratching around there, but there's not. But again, lambskin is very delicate, so I have to be extra careful with it. So yeah, in terms of quality, I would have to give this a 4.75 out of 5. And the only negative thing is the leather on the handles because it is just so beautifully made. And just looking at the stitching, it is so well done. I'm just so impressed with the quality of this handbag. I think in terms of value, it does have a very high price point, but I think when I look at the quality and the construction of the bag and how it's handcrafted, I really think that it is pretty good value for money. Like, you can tell that they have used beautiful leather. You can feel that quality. You can see that quality. And you can see how wonderfully the stitching has been done. The gold hardware is not tarnishing. So I really think it is a value for money. Especially when I think of other bags where I've paid quite a high price tag for, I feel like this has worn more beautifully than some of my similar priced items. So I definitely feel like this has a great value for money. This is such a classic bag, one of the most iconic handbags, and even more iconic because Lady Diana used it so much. And actually made this so famous, and it is a classic from Dior and a bag that they have carried on for quite a few years now. So I think this bag will always be around. I think it would be a bad move for Dior to ever not create this bag because it's so iconic. I think this is a great investment bag in terms of staying power, in terms of value, in terms of quality. It is probably not the most functional, but for the style, I think it is quite functional. So I think it is a beautiful bag. I just absolutely love this bag.